Hi everyone, welcome to Kodesh Gardens again. We're going to go ahead and try something different. What I want to do is I want to plant some carrots, but I'm going to do it a little differently. This time, sit down. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant carrots in containers. Now, I've never done this before, so this is going to be a new experience for me. But what I want to do is I don't want you all to get discouraged, those of you who may live in an apartment or an urban area, or may not have the resources to tear your garden up, or your yard up, or may not even have enough yard space. It's not a problem if you have a deck, if you have a porch, if you have anywhere where you can sit a container on, you can still have a garden. Have a seat. Put that down. All right, so basically what I've done is a container gardening is basically you can plant anything, a vegetable or a fruit, in a container. It could be a 5-gallon bucket. What I did was I went to Walmart and I purchased one of these totes here. These only cost $5. The size of it, it says, have a seat, is 24 inches long, 18 inches wide, and 15 3/4 inches deep. And I got these because they're fairly small, but they're deep enough to plant carrots, because carrot is a root vegetable. So basically it's going to grow from the bottom down. And so what I did was I went ahead and drilled holes. I bought 5 of them. You could probably see all these over here. But I bought 5 of them, and I just basically drilled holes in the bottom for drainage. Okay. The next thing I did was, thank you. You want to go ahead and get some soil or some topsoil from your local hardware store. Now, as a side note, and one of my really good friends, who is, I consider an expert gardener, Joy, she told me about this. If you go to like a Lowe's, maybe even a Home Depot, they have what's called recovery bags. And I never knew this until she told me. And I'm going to show you. These are basically, if you go to where their dirt is, and you might see a bag that's torn or ripped, something that they are not going to be able to sell, they're called recovery bags. And they have these big, large plastic bags hanging up next to them. You may have seen them and not paid attention to them. But basically, they will sell you this bag for half price. So that will also cut down on your expenses. They're called recovery bags. And if you're not for sure about where they are or what, about them, just ask the person out there in the lawn and garden center, and they can go ahead and give you the information. But let's go ahead and get back to this. So basically what I did was I purchased some soil from the store, and I went ahead and put it in here. This tote does have the holes already drilled in it, so that's not an issue. I bought these carrots from, these are heirloom carrots. And what they are is, these are red carrots. Here, sit down, honey. Thank you. That's sweet. All right. These are heirloom carrots. These are going to be red carrots. I've never tried red carrots before. And these are called carrot coral. And so basically they are going to take between 65 to 70 days where you can harvest. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plant the seeds real quick. Just going to show you all, she's fine, what you need to do. So you filled up your enough dirt. You want to make sure you have enough dirt where when the carrot begins to grow, it's going to have enough length or enough depth where it's not going to hit the bottom of whatever your container is going to be. So what you want to do is you want to plant your seeds. No, Ayana, not right now. Hold on. Just hold a second. I'll let you help me in a second. Okay. This is just whatever you can find that's about a 1/2 inch deep. This is about a 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to draw a line going through the soil here. Okay? I don't know if you all can see that or not. I'm going to draw another line going through the soil. This is a 1/2 inch deep. Another line, and another line, and I'm probably going to do just one more line here. So what you do, for carrots, you do not need to plant them very deep at all. Also, what you want to do is you want to take your carrots, and they're really tiny seeds. I don't know if you all can see this or not, but these are carrot seeds.
I can see it.
Okay. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of sprinkle them through these trenches that you just made, but she's fine. These half-inch trenches that you just made, and cover them up. And it's okay if you have a lot, if they all begin to grow up really high, because you're going to wind up kind of, I don't know, some of the seeds may not grow, and the ones that, if they grow, there's too many of them, then you're going to have to wind up pruning them, I guess, if you could say. You know, that's more of a fruit term, but anyway, you'll understand once I show you all how to do it. Okay, so Ayana, what you're going to do is kind of sprinkle them in this little trench here, okay? Okay, be careful. Okay, so you all just kind of watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them through, and my daughter is helping me out. She's a helper. And you know, it's really important too to get your children involved while they're young, so that they can know how to do this as they get older. And it makes them also appreciate when things begin to grow, and it makes them appreciate Yah's creation as well. So I don't mind getting them to help me out. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of sprinkle it through. And like I said, I just put a lot of seeds through because some of them may not even grow just yet, you know. So that's going to be okay. You get quite a bit of seeds in the package anyway. You got it, sweet girl? Okay. All right. Just go ahead and sprinkle it through. And like I said, what you want to do is you want to put this in kind of a partially shaded area. It needs to get some sun. And you also, in containers, they are going to get drier quicker than if you had planted them in the ground. So you have to also make sure that you give them plenty of water all the time, that they don't dry out. From what I've read, they should begin to germinate within a week's time. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and post you know, an update on how they're doing, if they're doing well, if they're not doing well, any of my mistakes, what I need to do differently, so forth. And so once you've done all that, you done, sweetness? Okay. So all you do is just, now you let me do this part, okay? What you want to do is you just barely cover it up.
Barely cover it up?
Mm-hmm. Barely cover it up, because they, like I said, they're supposed to be kind of on top. And once you start watering it, it's going to press the seeds down a little bit further anyway. So I don't know if you all can see that I'm just gently, lightly, watch your head, sweetie. Scoot back. That you just gently, lightly cover the seeds.
Mama, I'm watching you.
I know you are. And then the last thing you have to do is get some water. Just put it in a spray bottle. I use water from our fish tank because the water from fish has a lot more nutrients. So, and it hopefully is going to help it to, I got it, grow. So just lightly mist your area. Make sure you get it nice and wet. Put it out in the sun. Let it, make sure it gets some partial shade. And just watch it grow. Just wait about a week's time and hopefully we'll have some results. I'm hoping maybe a week to 2 weeks. I don't know, we'll have to see. But I want to try to do as many containers as possible, because like I said, for those of you that may not have the space or the resources or just even the time to have to deal with something like that, that's okay. You don't have to worry about it. So that's it. That's all there is. And We'll just wait and see. I'll let you guys know. I'll give you an update. Thanks for visiting. Please subscribe. See you later. Shalom.